So here's a quick record. Some of these, even the OEM or the aftermarket, some of them get condensation because of the leaky seal there, and maybe up top here sometimes. But all I've done is drilled a tiny little hole for it to drain, because the water collects. It just gets quite a bit of water under there. So I just drill a little tiny hole right there, and it just dries out and it comes out, so that keeps it good. But here I am doing the little drainage hole, and I pull this out, and yet again we have a rusted support for the back of the marker light, and of course it's all rusted out, and all the metal here has been all rusted away. I already chipped all the rust off and blew out the rust, because I'm going to be putting lots and lots of oil in there. But right now there's no support for the body or this back piece, and it's just hanging by the top there. So I'm going to put I just bent the angle iron a little bit because it leans back. And I'll drill a hole there and put a bolt in there, one hole there, and get it just right. And then I'll put flat bar on there, and again that'll reinforce this part. Tack it down there. So it's just kind of tricky getting in there. So what I do is I use a right angle drill bit thing with a drill attachment that snaps in there, and then I can just go bzz, and I can put some screws in there, stainless. Now I could use bolts, but I would say next season, if the van's still going, I might take the bumper cover off quickly with these snaps and get in under there and replace the screw with a bolt. But for now it's a quick fix, and after I've got this pre-drilled and everything like that, I'm going to put some lithium grease all in there and reassemble it all, and then spray some more lithium grease on there to just stop the rust, and that'll hold it for quite a while. And that way the marker light won't be in trouble and won't come out on me, and this piece of metal will stay where it's supposed to. And later this season I'm gonna go and get some body filler in there and fill it in and paint, make it all nice again. But for now we're just doing a mechanical fix. So because it's a simple repair, I didn't want to go step by step, but I did that hole first and put some grease and then bolted it down so there's grease underneath there, the rust won't continue. And did that one. Again, sprayed behind there. I've got Loctite, blue of course, not pink or red, but the blue Loctite on the threads. And then I drilled another hole there, so that whole thing is rigid now and it's not bouncing around. And now I've got some white lithium grease spray on so that I can just stop the rust. And I sprayed a whole bunch in there. I'll probably get some more in there, but and then, you know, a couple times a year just go in there and give it some grease to just halt the rusting. And now I can put the side light in with its two pins and force it in, and it won't come off. And the top was almost completely off there, so the whole thing is suspended and held rigidly by this L bracket. And now for the side to side, I'm going to be putting this cross piece in, which is called a mending plate. So I've got the first screw in, and now I've got the right angle tool, so that's what it looks like before I get it going. Of course I need two hands to do it. Put that hole in there, put a screw in, and it'll be just fine. Okay, finally bolted in, and lots of lube. And before the last holes were drilled, I would pre-fitted it, make sure it all fit before I finished it up. Anyway, it's solid. It just doesn't budge. No, I can move the car. Anyway, and nice and solid. Good to go.